Hey y'all. Alright, so we're going to talk a little bit about decimals. Before you jump into adding and subtracting decimals, you really got to understand the place value and how that works with the decimals. Oops. So let's title this, oh darn it, it's highlighted. Alright, so decimals, place value. Essential question is, how do I mentally solve problems with decimals? Alright, basically what it comes down to is you have your decimal places, right? So I'm just going to say 23,345. So we know this is the tens place. This is the ones place. This is the tenths. This is the hundredths. And this is the thousandths. Okay, so that being said, oh, sorry, that should be a decimal right here, not a comma. There we go. All right, so those are your decimals, place values. Now, when you are doing multiplying or dividing with powers of 10, all you gotta do really is move that decimal. So you're basically moving from, if you're moving the decimal, you're doing it by tens. So if I wanted to take this number, oops, if I wanted to take this number and I wanted to move the decimal this way, one space, so one jump that way, I am making a smaller number. Therefore, I can deduce that I'm dividing by 10 because I'm moving in one decimal place. All right, so if we take a look at like 3.57 times 100. I got 2 zeros in 100, which means I'm going to move it 2 place values because every time you jump the decimal, it is by tens. So this is multiplying by 10, multiplying by 100, which leaves me with 357. Okay, same goes with dividing. So I have 3.57 divided by 100. Still going to move the decimal 2 places because there's 2 hundreds. I'm going to move it 1 and 2. Meaning my answer then is going to be 0.0357. And that's really all there is to multiplying and dividing decimals by powers of 10. So when you come across something like that, it should be pretty easy. Just count the zeros and move the decimals in whatever direction that goes. If it's multiplying, it's going to be a bigger number, so it's going to move to the right. If it's dividing, it's going to make it a smaller number, so it's going to move to the left. Another problem you will see is if you had 574 times 31. Okay, so that is going to come out to 17,700 94. Now let's say I put a decimal in here. Let's say I said 57.4 times 31. So if I did 57.4 times 31, I'm going to end up with the same digits, 17794, but now I'm going to be 0.4 because I moved one place value here. So I'm going to move one place value in my answer. So what do you suppose if we do 57.4 times 3.1? What might that be? Okay, well it'd be 177.94 because now I have one decimal place, two decimal places. So I'm moving the decimal 1 2 times. All right, last one. How about 5.74 times 3.1? What might that be? Okay, same digits, right? 17,794. Now I have 1, 2, 3 decimal places. 1, 2, 3, which gives me 17.794. So those are basically the two kind of problems that you're going to be working on in this part of your path. And if you need any help for clarification, then just come find me.